Back to another Speaking Truth podcast episode, and today I am with a very special guest.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Wood, aka Woody TikTok T.
And we've got Paul here today to ask some questions about
How I come a TikToker.
Yeah. So you ready?
Oh, 100%, let's go.
Get into it. You're going right into the deep end, actually. Okay. Someone wants to know, what's one thing you love and hate about your job?
The one thing I love is all the customers.
Okay.
I love meeting new people and the way I am when I'm in at work and the way they react with me and make me feel special. And the one thing I hate is obviously you're working nearly every weekend. But you can get weekend off if you ask for it.
Yeah. Fail. Okay. This question was actually recommended by Cody. Who was the first famous person you met?
Oof. That's a very, very good question. Don't know what it is.
Lost count.
I've met that loads of famous people over the years. I can't really remember the first person I met.
Do you have a favourite one that you've met?
I have a few favourite ones.
Yeah.
Like, I've met obviously met Graham Norton, so I have Jimmy Carr, and I met Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon. I also met quite a few United players over the years. As people don't know, I'm a big Man United fan. Alex Ferguson would be the huge one, the whole lot, like. So,
yeah.
But going back to the first question, who's the first one I probably met? I think it's
been a long time.
It's probably like, I really don't know. I don't know. It could be anybody from Northern Ireland, like, I've met loads of people. Like, I can't really specify which first person I met in my whole career, like, but I've met loads of people, like, So, and there's a few I want to meet too, but hopefully I will.
Next question. How did you first get into doing TikTok, and what made you want to do TikTok?
So obviously lockdown came about 6 years ago, and obviously I've seen the app TikTok. First of all, I just thought it was just an app for kids. So I just went on it, and yeah, it was. But I said to myself, like, adults can do this too. I had the little people saying to me, "Why are you doing TikTok?" Back then, it's a kids app, and I says, "Not really. It's just for a bit of fun." And and to be honest, from there, because obviously I wasn't working because of lockdown and stuff, so I needed to do something to amuse myself. And I started putting all my TikToks on Facebook, so I did, and the amount of people who comment and text me to saying thank you for amusing them over their lockdown period, like, obviously you couldn't get out of the house back then, so what I was doing to other people, it made me feel great, like, what I mean? So and then obviously it came to be not just a kids app, a lot of adults who was in the same boat started doing TikToks, and we obviously interactive, we followed each other, and then obviously TikTok, then when I got back to work, TikTok wasn't the same about, say, four years ago. It just kind of didn't enjoy it back then, and then this last, say, 2 years ago, I noticed a lot of ones who was on it when I was on it again. So I went back on it again and then started doing maybe silly dances and silly videos and meeting people and getting people to do stuff with me, and like, because obviously back then the kids were involved at all, because like I said, we all thought it was a kids app, but it wasn't. But to be honest, I won't look back on it, and I'm just there for a bit of fun. And you know what? That's all TikTok's about, is making people laugh, having fun, and enjoy yourself.
Exactly. Okay, that's a good answer. Next question is actually kind of like three questions in one. One of the questions are, what is the most important thing in your life, and has life turned out the way you wanted it to be?
The most important thing in life, obviously, is your family, like, you know what I mean? So, my mum and my brother and sisters, like, you know what I mean? Are they special, and my wife and kids and all, like, you yourself, like, and then obviously, hopefully, I'll be still here when they get married and have kids and stuff, you know what I mean? Have grandkids and stuff, but that's the future to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what was the other question? Sorry.
Has life turned out the way you wanted it to be?
Oh, 100%. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I say probably one thing I would love to have done when I was younger is probably travel.
Yeah.
You know, when you see a lot of people nowadays going to Australia and New Zealand, Canada, whatever, like, you know what I mean? You know, fair play to them. I probably thought back then, yeah, I would love on traveling, but, you know, but obviously I wasn't that young or we wouldn't have had a child, like, I was 25, obviously, when I came with that, like, so still young on my own and back then, like, you know, so, but I have no regrets, like, but that's only, you know, I have no regrets in not traveling, but I would love to travel back then, you know, but yeah, I do a lot of traveling anyway, you know what I mean, to Manchester and back, so yeah, I'm happy.
That's good.
So, you know, and also to just, life's too short to be, you know what I mean, just if you want to do something, do it, you know what I mean, so, as we don't know what's going on the corner, so enjoy life as you can, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
is there any goals you still want to achieve?
Oh, there's a few goals. You know, you always have like a wee bucket list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I want to go to Malta. You know what I mean? So hopefully next year that could be in the cards. You know, it's just as a big, like I said earlier on there, I'm a big Man United fan, and there's a huge support club in Malta, and they have like the only kind of like a bar, house, whatever you want to. I don't know. It's like the clubhouse, whatever. It's all done by Manchester United. So I'd love to see that. I've met a few of the Malta fans over the years in Manchester at games. So I want to do that. You know, there's a few things you want to do, like, you know what I mean, like Malta's top of the list, and you know, I'd love to go to Australia sometime, but if it happens, it happens. Like, you know what I mean? You'll never down the line. Obviously, when the kids are getting older, you know what I mean.
You might. You never.
I might just for a holiday and stuff, you know, just to tour, like, you know what I mean. But so here, it's like everybody has a bucket list. Like, I want to do Wimbledon and tennis, so do you know what I mean? There's a few. I've done loads of things, like, you know what I mean. But so here, it's whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Where do you get your ideas for your videos or your TikToks?
Well, obviously, I see a few friends of mine or a few followers do some, so I kind of take their ideas and put it into my own. So I do, but if not, when I see a video coming up, obviously you just put your own thing to it, like, you know what I mean? Like I did a TikTok there the other day about, like, it's like a woman arguing with her partner, like, you know what I mean? I pretend I was putting the bin out, you know what I mean? And it was funny because a lot of people came to me and goes, I love the one with you in the bin. Like, you know, you kind of have to use your initiative to do a TikTok. You know, you don't want to copy people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of copying. Don't get, I have copied people before, but if you don't, and there's a lot of trends and TikToks, you know what I mean, like dance trends, and you know what I mean. So if you put your own wee thing to it, it's gonna blow up, like, you know what I mean, or like thinking, I might end up thinking that, and might end up thinking that, and but it's just you know what I mean. It's like on the day you think, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? And it's like anything. You know what I mean? That's what TikTok's all about. You know what I mean? It's having fun, putting your own wee twist to things, and then even a dancing trend, just do something different. People think, oh, I like that, but you know what I mean. So it's but then you always get the likes more if you do the same trends in the dance and stuff. But do your own thing. You know what I mean? It's just comes to your head naturally, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's like, I did a TikTok yesterday with a special girl, and it was different.
Yeah. So, okay. How long have you been doing TikToks for, and do you enjoy it?
So, like I said, I started back in 2020, and I did it till lockdown was obviously over. So we're back to work probably 2021, fully, like, full time again.
It's a long time.
So yeah, so really, you could say 6 years, but I was off it for good. I was off it for like I'd say good 3 years or so. I didn't do anything, like, you know what I mean. I had a lot of people ask me, you know, go back on TikTok, and I was like, you know, for certain reasons, I don't really want, you know, and I was just like, I didn't get to enjoy, but it was like, to me, it was like people were selling clothes on it and all, and people were trying to make money on doing other things on it, like, and it wasn't fun anymore, if you know what I mean. And like I said, a couple of years ago, I literally just went back on to see how TikTok was, and then I seen a few of the guys back in the time I joined up, back still on it again, and I thought, you know what, I'll go on and I'll do a TikTok and I'll see how it goes. And literally, I did a TikTok where it was from what my name was, and it blew out of the country. And also, and then
Went
I
crazy.
just like it was like I didn't really do much. It was like a wee tune. I just stood there saying like my name was Paul. I was from Northern Ireland, 40 whatever years old, and
Yeah,
it just went mental. And also, and then the followers just went crazy, crazy, crazy. And then all before I knew it, everybody kind of knew me, and I like
yeah.
and it's like
That's how
now.
it happened.
Yeah, and that's how long I've been on. And you know what? Now I have no regrets going back on again. I'm really
Yeah,
glad, like you know
that's
what I mean.
good.
And it's like I feel somebody said to me the other day, like you're the my legend, and I'm like, well, I'm just myself. I'm just my normal person. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, people want a photograph. I feel I get a wee bit embarrassed, but I feel unbelievable privilege. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's fantastic. Like you know what I mean? And you know, it's and if I'm making a lot of people out there happy, and a lot of people just have complimented me on my TikToks and think, "Say, Paul, keep doing what you're doing because you make a lot of people happy." So here I'm
yeah.
happy. So
Well, okay. If you weren't working in the coaching, where would you want to work instead?
I don't know because obviously hospitality's it's been with me all my life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like I worked in a hotel for 30 years. You know, so I
Oh,
did before I obviously just it's just time for a change, and then obviously I knew the owner of coaching.
mm,
We were a tech together back in the day. And I always said, you know, if there's one place to work in, would be coaching, like you know what I mean. And
yeah,
it's the only thing I'm not saying brilliant at, but I'm good at, and I'm good at people skills, like you know what I mean. So, but I don't. Literally,
yeah,
nowadays, if I wanted another job, I would love to try and get like a 9 to 5. But then saying that, you know, if you're off
yeah,
every weekend because of the work I've been in all for 30 odd 4 years, would I appreciate the off weekends? Maybe yes, maybe no. It just depends. I don't know what I'll be doing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But so down the line, if I had a 9 to 5 job, you know, if I could do one, I would do that. Like you know what I mean? But I won't give up hospitality just yet. Like you know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's a fair answer. Okay. Do you have any hobbies outside of like work or social media?
Football. I love
Football.
football. Like I said a couple of times already, I'm a big United fan, so I'll go to Manchester as much as I can. You know, to watch them play. You know, I love dancing, so I did.
Yeah,
I used to be, I won't say a great dancer, but I used to be a good dancer back in the day when I used to go out, you know. But obviously, I
yeah,
had two hip operations, double hip operation there 4 years ago, so two new hips. So obviously, the legs are not as good as they were back then, but they still move anyway. So they do. So I love dancing. I love all sports, to be honest. You know
mm,
what I mean? I watch tennis. I watch snooker. I watched rugby, you know what I mean? So I love it. I'm a big sport person. I love
yeah,
dancing and I love having a bit of fun with people, you know what I mean? I love having a bit of crack with everyone as well. Like, so that's it, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Okay. What has been your favorite video you posted and why?
on TikTok,
Yeah. Do you have a favorite video?
I wouldn't have a favorite. I have a few good ones, like, you know what I
Probably the
mean?
funny ones at work, is it?
I did one last year in holidays, you know, about Jet2Com, you know, when
Yeah.
you book a holiday in Jet2Com and
Yeah.
it rains, you know, it was funny, you know what I mean? And the way the slider kind of stood outside, you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, you know, for the first take, it was very well done and funny, like, but I wouldn't have any favorites, you know what I mean? You know, most of them are good. I like my dancing ones because, you know, it's like, I try and but it can be tiring too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be honest, like most of the TikToks I do, they're not first takes, like you know what I mean.
No,
So
they say funny ticks.
they could couple of takes, you know what I mean. Unless I look at one and go, actually, what, I'm happy right there. I just that's me, you know what I mean. I won't do it again, like.
Yeah.
But say the Eddie Hearn ones, I love doing Eddie Hearn TikToks, you know what I mean. The boxing promoter, I love his voiceover, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So them kind of ones, I love them the comedy ones, you know. So the
Mm.
you know it's. You know, it's like I said, they're the best ones. You know, or even if you know, if it, I like to do one just your own TikTok, you know,
Yeah.
do your own speaking kind of thing would be good. But literally, I don't have any favorites.
No.
All
Oh.
my TikToks are good and favorite, like you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
and to be honest, one of the favorites is when I do it with me work partner. They're my favorites.
Yeah. Okay. How do you handle the fame from like your TikToks? Would you?
I personally, like, you know what I mean, it's like I said already, it's a privilege and it's an honor, like, but it's weird. You
It
know what I mean?
is.
'Cause
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm just a normal human being. Like, you know what I mean? I don't go to all these big
This
events.
is new to you.
There's a lot of TikTokers out there, influencers, you can say, who get invited to these events. I don't know if I ever got invited to an event. I'll probably be gobsmacked. Like,
Buzzing.
but here, as like I says, I get people stop me when I'm up the town looking at a picture. I get people come into the place I work in, looking at a picture and saying, "Oh, I love your TikToks. You're not doing any TikToks today, and oh, you're so funny, and I love this one, I love that one." And I've seen people actually even watching me when I'm at work on their phones and stuff, you know. And here it's like I don't want to. I'm not blowing my own bub up, you know what I mean. I'm just like I said already. I'm a normal human being. I love it, and you know, it's it's not embarrassing. It's great. And I appreciate every moment of it, and I appreciate, like I said, loads of times in my TikToks. I appreciate everybody's comments, likes, followers. You get the odd person who gives it a bit of a troll, like, but here, you stand up.
Everyone gets that though.
Be a big person and ignore it, because if you let that get you, then you know what, they'll be winning. But just brush that to the side and say, "Listen here, you do a TikTok, and then see what they're like." But that's just jealousy. I always say
exactly.
But no, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to make. I'm glad to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, so, that leads into the next question. Do you like meeting your fans when they go up to when they approach you?
Oh, here, to be honest, like I says, there's a lot of people who call me by my name now. You know what I mean? I don't know who they are, because obviously in TikTok you don't see pictures of people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ones you don't see, and a lot of people I follow you on TikTok, and you know what I mean. And here, as like I says, I have no objection saying hello or speaking to them or anything like. And there's a couple of boys in yesterday, and they're like, "Paul this and Paul that," and I'm like, I'm chatting to like, "Do you know who they are?" And they're like, "No, that's it." So straight away, it's must be TikTok, like. And here, I love the fans, and I love when they come in saying, "We love your TikToks. You're a legend, Paul. You're this and that, and keep doing what you're doing." And
that's happened a lot at work. There's a lot of people.
But it's good. Like, I mean, I love it. I do love it. Like, you know what I mean. Like it says, and when you get families come in, it's the parents who even say, you know, my son or my daughter loves you on TikTok, and here, well, if the parents happy, it makes me even happy, because you know what I mean. So no, buzzing about it, buzzing. So keep the fans going.
The fans going. Next question: did you ever think that you would become like that? You would blow up on like TikTok?
No, never. No, 100% never. I just, like I said, I never expect to get, like, you know, when you start TikTok, you're like, oh, you know, 10,000 followers. You're like, I'd be lucky if I get 1,000 followers. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then when I hit the 10 and now I'm 11, you always think, would I get the 20? But I've never been live on TikTok, and maybe I kept saying it before. Maybe that's my next goal. Go live. And just be, because you get a lot of people on it from around the world, and then here you're going to get, like I said, brush the trolls aside. Be a strong person, and if you get more followers, you get more followers. But I won't be on it just to what I call it, to get gifts. I'll be on it just to speak and have a bit of banter with everybody. And, because there'll be ones on it. Well, if they give me, they give me. But I'm not on for gifts. You know, I'm not on it to like if people say to me, "Oh, you make the money, make money." I'm making no money, because I haven't even said it. They've asked me to do TikTok shop loads of times. That's not my scene. You know what I mean? I couldn't stand there every day and saying, "Oh, look at these shorts or t-shirts, or look at these trainers." You know, pressing your baskets. That's not me. You know what I mean? It's I couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Even if you did get paid, would you still do it?
I do it, yeah, but you know what I mean. That's, like I said, I'm doing it to have fun. I'm doing it for fun and for himself, but to know to making a lot of people out there laugh and stuff. It's great. I know the followers and stuff. Like I said already, if they're happy, I'm happy. It's not. I'm on TikTok not to make money. I know there's a lot of people out there is on it to make money, but I'm definitely one of them.
Okay, fair. Okay, what has been your favorite TikTok trend at the moment, like currently?
I would say the one I did the other day with the 3-hour sleep one was good.
Yeah.
The one where people hitting it like a football, and then the next minute it's like a brick or something. And it's like knocked themselves. Have they knocked themselves out or some kind of thing? You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen people do it with a baby, which have to give them dues. That's fantastic how they do it. You know what I mean? They think they're kicking the ball, and the next minute it looks like they kick the baby, and it's all funny. It's funny games.
Yeah.
Oh, the one there of Harry Kane on his interview last week when he lost his voice, you know, the big squeaky voice, you know, it was funny, you know what I mean? So they've been good ones. They've been fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, there's quite a few dance trainings out there, like, but you can learn it, you can learn it. It'll take a while to learn it. You know what I mean? And then, like I says, you just put your own instinct that, you know what I mean? I've done loads over the years, and people were, oh, that's a good dance trend there, Paul. I said, like, you can do it, like, you know what I mean? And to be honest, when I've been out on the night out, and obviously when the song comes on, a TikTok song, I would literally probably halfway through the TikToks of the song and the night out, would start doing the dance trend. And people were like, that's from TikTok. I said, yep. You know what I mean? So it's, people know, you know what I mean? So there's.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any, like, celebrity or influencer that inspires you?
Not really. You know what I mean? There's a few people on TikTok. I love following them. Like, you know what I mean. So there's, you know what I mean. But like I say, over the years, I've noticed a lot of TikTokers have probably went OTT on it and maybe forgot about the rest of their lives, kind of thing, you know. And TikTok's been their number one priority. But celebrity TikTokers, I met a few, like, over the, you know, YouTubers and TikTokers and all, but like Angry Jens is one. I know he's on TikTok, but he's obviously he's sort of being a YouTuber, like, you know, and actually it's good, like, but he does a lot of talking, like, similar to say like a podcast, you know, which he has his own show and all, which is good, like, but I just do it myself. I don't, you know what I mean, inspire, like, you know what I mean. Like, if I wanted to really put myself out there, like, I would film every moment me going away, like, you know, through airports, to a land, to the other country, to what I'm doing. I see a lot of people saying my day away to Manchester or my day away to Port Ross, and they're filming from every, like, the full film, step. But I to me, it's I don't be bothered doing it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I've seen people with the wee microphones, it's a good job, like, but that's just influencers, but that's not me. At the end of the day, I just, you know, I'll post TikTok videos, but the way I look at it is, like, everybody doesn't need to know what you're doing the whole day, like, you know what I mean? But that's just people out there. It's probably their job too, in the line to get money, like, so that's what they're doing, like. But there's nothing wrong with it. Fair play to them, like, but I just, you know what I mean? So, but I've been asked a few times to go to places to do TikToks for them, like, and well, like, you know what I mean? So and it's promoting the place too, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So as you're aware of, we've done TikToks at the place we work in, and it's promoting that place too, because it's people have come in and saying, how did you find this place? Oh, I just googled and this fella doing TikTok. So, you know what I mean? It's obviously doing something right, you know what I mean? So, and the people walks in, go, hey, there's a TikToker, and you're like, you know what I mean? So, and I've been to Belfast, and people got me goes, I follow you on TikTok. Like I said, I don't know who they are, because you don't see the faces or the videos, but and when you get ones from that direction and you get ones from across the water who's following you, it goes to show it's good to see, like. So, you know what I mean?
If you could, is there any, like, other TikToker you would want to, like, collab with, or do you like a TikToker?
There's a fella from Derry. He is fantastic. So he is, and he is really good. We, like, you know what I mean? He's a Man United fan too, but the fact is he's got like 100 or 1,000 followers, like, you know what I mean? But he started at the same time as me, you know. And he met it. I think he's met his other half on TikTok, you know what I mean? Because she's on it too, but she hasn't got as many. She might get more now because also of him. But I can't remember his name. But he is so funny. So is, and see him lip syncing. He's just 100% on point, everything. And he puts a lot of effort in the TikToks, and I have to say they're amazing. So they are. I mean, so I would love to meet him in real life and do a TikTok with him. You know what I mean? It'd be brilliant. So because you know, but he's great, and I remember his name. I don't want to chat my phone, like, when I'm doing this. So.
Okay. Some people want to know, what year did you start working in the coaching?
It'll be 3 years now in October. So
3 years.
2023. So
damn.
So 2023. That's when I started. So It's been good. So it's been met some good people. Work with some good people.
Yeah. Okay.
She's calling my boy, and you're sleeping now. Edit that.
If someone asked if you had to recommend one thing from the coaching, what would it be?
What I recommend and
Yeah.
what the food end or
food.
Oh, it has to be pepper chicken.
Pepper chicken.
The pepper chicken. Or to be honest, is if I could put on the special, maybe it would be the Chantal special. So it'll be that'd be the special. So it'll be because I think it'll go well.
It would.
It'd be popular for a lot of young ones. So it'll be you know what I mean. So the pepper chicken is the pepper chicken / the loaded burger are the two most popular ones. You know, and but if I was allowed to put a special on Monday to Friday, it'd definitely be the Chantal special.
Yeah.
So it'll be.
Now this next question came from my dad, so prepare yourself. Can't believe I'm about to ask this question, but anyway, who do you think, or who do you want to win the World Cup?
Well, as my dad is from England, and I've always been like an England fan in my heart, even though I've been in Northern Ireland for the last 37 years coming now, it would have to be England. So this would be mean the world if they won a tournament.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, like, you know what I mean, 60 years, the last time they won a major tournament. So I would love to see England win a tournament before anything. But